Alright, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Vigilante, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is my interview with Voyage ATL, coming at you live. Hope y'all enjoy it. Okay, so the first question is, what part of town do I do most of my business in? Honestly, I do most of my business in Atlanta, but with me being a YouTuber, with me going to different movie sets, with me doing different UGC collaborations with different people, brands, websites, and different restaurants and stuff, I'm usually all over. Conyers, Stone Mountain, Marietta, Jonesboro, Stockbridge, Monroe, anywhere really. So in all of the metro Atlanta areas, I'm usually doing my business there. Me personally, my favorite is doing my business remote. I like being able to wake up, upload YouTube videos, get paid for those, upload Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, those content, and then just get paid for those. Hit the gym, meal prep, and really just be in my own space. But when that big bag is calling me from whatever side of town that it's on, I'm on my way. Okay, so the next question is, can you briefly walk us through your story, how you got started, and how you got where you are today? Okay, so I try to be as brief as possible. I started off as a star athlete all the way through elementary, middle school, and the beginning of high school. We moved down to Georgia when I turned 15. That's when I was going into my sophomore year in high school. And I started doing music that summer. My stepdad was on a label called Self-Made Records, and he was about to manage my cousin, Fat Kid, who was actually the star of the group when we first started it. I wasn't in the group yet. I was still playing basketball, baseball. I got cut from the basketball team and didn't even try out for the baseball team. So I transitioned from sports into music. After that happened, my mom bought my stepdad a studio, and we started recording music at the house. We started putting out mixtape after mixtape. Hip Hop Motivation was the first mixtape, and then Lyrical Journey was my second one. Lyrical Dominance, my third one. Lyrical Journey, and then Flashback was going to be my fourth one. And I just putting out content after content. It kept going viral on Facebook and YouTube before monetization was a thing. So I was just doing it all for free. One day my stepdad came home and he had a conversation with me about possibly getting into acting when Alvin and the Chipmunks 4 and Barbershop 3 became a real thing. So I started doing background with that, and then once I saw that I was getting paid more in acting than I was in music, I went ahead and transitioned into acting full-fledged, and I just added that to my repertoire and started putting my music that I was making into the scenes that I was doing for acting. Acting was really, really big and very instrumental because everything that I couldn't get from being a music artist, I got it through acting. Then modeling came about. A lot of the modeling companies started merging with the acting companies, the acting agencies. I got very serious. I started studying all the way in Cali, virtually. So I had physical teachers here in Atlanta, and then I had Miss Wendy Elaine, and I had Coach Mike out there for the commercials, and I had Wendy Elaine for television and film. And those were the most prestigious acting coaches in the world at that point, and could possibly still be. So then once I hit national television, when For My Man and Homicide Hunter came out, MLO Shoes approached me, and that's when I got my first endorsement for television. So then I started doing brand partnerships. So before UGC came about, those were my introduction into UGC. I used to take those and I used to leverage the fact that I had 100 to 200 radio interviews, podcast interviews under my belt, and I helped to usher in what we now know as this media space. Once I got up to 300, then I became the most interviewed man in the world. After that happened, COVID hit, and then I got into financial literacy, and now when you see me doing the tiny home development in DeKalb County with Commissioner Ted Terry, that's where a lot of that springs from. So I started to clump all of those things together, so when people would be like, what do you do exactly? I would just let them know that I'm a public figure. I don't like being called an influencer because usually people that don't have any talent but have influence are influencers. Me, myself, I have very prestigious sit-downs with a lot of important people and very big moves that I've made within the community. And I'm also a 3-time award winner, and I'm about to be an author as well. So now my career is based off of a conglomerate of a bunch of things. I do a lot of foodie content now. I'm about to be a really big YouTuber, and I am in the process of doing a lot of great things in celebrity boxing as well. So it'll be really hard and take all day for me to describe all of the things that I do, but just know that everywhere that there's some money at, you're gonna catch me there. One. Okay, so the next question is, has it been a smooth road? If not, what have been the obstacles? Okay, so I can say for the most part, I started doing this when I was 15. I'm 29 now, and I've been working every single day since then. So for me, it's been very blessed and very fortunate. I feel like that God has put me in a lot of different positions that I would have not been able to even fathom the thought of getting into had it not been for His grace and His mercy and His vision that He has for me as well, and our visions are lining up with each other. A great example of that would be when I won my second award. I went to do an interview with a guy who recommended a specific person to me. As I was entering to do my interview, Commissioner Ted Terry was coming out of his interview, and that's how I met him. And then that sprung into me doing a sit down at the DeKalb political building with him, and then that sprung into me doing my second sit down with the chairman commissioner of Clayton County. So my career has just always been one of those things where God has pointed me in the right direction, and every time that He opens the door, I step into it wholeheartedly. So I would have to say that my transition has been pretty smooth. I just did my genealogy, and I have found out that I am from Igbo, Nigeria, Igbo land, and now I'm having a beautiful, beautiful time talking to the brands about transitioning what we were going to do next to fit the genealogy discoveries that I have recently had. And I'm having fun with the fashion and having fun with encouraging other people to also find out their heritage and their lineage as well, so that we can make it a global thing, so people can really rep where they are. If you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. So with me, I've always kept my journey personal. I never wanted it to be an industry thing. I wanted people to know me, and I wanted them to love me inside and outside of the industry. So for me, it's been a smooth process. There have been a couple of bumps in the road, and I think that those bumps have just been, people trying to discredit where I sit in my career, whether I'm a celebrity, whether I'm just a big influencer, whether I'm a nobody, etc., etc. And to me, as long as I'm living good and I'm able to feed my family, and I have all of the girls that I want. I have the cars that I want to drive and live in the places I want to live. That wherever I'm ranked within that, it's none of my business. I just continue to enjoy life, and I thank God for all the blessings that He sent my way. Two, one. Okay, so in my journey, I feel that the thing that I love the most is being able to inflict change in any given moment. If a new actor approaches me and I feel that they have potential, I have directors and script writers and producers that I can send them to immediately. And because of my reputation and because of the work that I've done being so substantial, they are extremely receptive to the things that I recommend to them. And I'm able to put people in position to be successful and to succeed and to change the dynamic of their family as well. That's one of my favorite parts about what I do. I feel like I'm a true humanitarian at heart. What I feel sets me apart from everybody else is that I've been completely authentic the entire time that I've been here. What I want to do is I want to be extremely a community as a collective individual. I don't want to be divisive. I don't want anything to be extremely controversial. I don't want to go viral for the wrong reasons. I would rather keep a B-list, C-list celebrity status over an A-list celebrity status if it comes to the difference between that being selling my soul or going viral for the wrong reasons. I don't want the World Star Shade Room type of fame, TMZ kind of fame. I don't really want that to be on my name. I want to remain positive and remain authentic the entire time that I'm here. And I feel that that's what sets me apart from everybody else. All right. What do I love the most about living in Atlanta, and what do I love the least about living in Atlanta? Okay, so let's start with the least. I hate the traffic. I hate how anytime that you are driving on the highway, for the most part, you can expect for there to be a 20-minute, 30-minute complete stop at any given time for one accident, for one lane, for a car driving slow, for any reason. There can be a piece of trash in the middle of the highway. For any reason, traffic will be backed up. That part sucks. And then if you have a luxury vehicle like myself, when you're driving through downtown, a lot of the streets take forever to be built. So it's so many potholes, and you can destroy it and no one's gonna come and help you. So if you destroy your car, you just destroyed your car. Another thing I don't like is that it's really hard to get into real estate here because things are way overpriced and there's too many stipulations and red tape. Even for people that are financially well off, it's still too much red tape. And that's one thing that I will be talking to the commissioner chairman about that as well. Now, what I love about living in Atlanta is that every day is Friday, every day is Saturday. As we speak right now, there are so many movies that are filming here. There's at least 20 movies that are filming right now as I'm sitting down right here. There are so many great creators that live in this city. This is literally a creative hub for anybody that wants to come here and do anything. As long as you have a budget for people and a proper vision and you're professional, you can get anything done here in Atlanta in any field, whether it's strictly business, strictly politics, entertainment, creativity. You can get anything done here, and people love, love, love to network. When you walk into a room and there's 20 people in there, they will greet you with open arms. You will leave with 20 new Instagram followers, 20 new YouTube subscribers. Everybody here is super supportive. If you sell anything, you have guaranteed sales anywhere that you're a vendor. People love to eat here, so if you're a chef here, you're gonna make a killing. Like, this is just a really great, positive place to live. People love networking with people here. And that's one of the reasons why, even when I get my home in New York, and I get my home in Cali, and then I have my home in DeKalb County, and then I also have my home in Clayton County, and then I have another property in a state in Eagle Land, I'm always going to consider Atlanta to be my #1 hub, for sure.